Stacks long term can be incredibly healthy for Bitcoin because it gives an extra incentive for people to spend on that security. As Stacks gets more valuable in the future, the value of the use cases it's serving grows, the amount that participants on the network will be paying the Bitcoin network for use of it goes up drastically. We do see it as this asset that has much larger potential to really underlie and be the foundation for a whole new type of not just monetary, but economic system generally. To me, for the longest time now, Stacks has been the one project and network that just, even from a philosophical stance of system design, just makes so much more sense. If you look at every globally deployed distributed system at scale today, and my favorite example that I always use is just the internet. We haven't taken a single protocol layer, whether it be HTTP or anything else, and tried to expand the feature set of that individual protocol as much as possible. Rather, it's about allowing these protocols and networks to each individually focus on accomplishing one or two jobs as best as possible. And then it's about how you layer those networks and protocols together to ultimately deliver the end user experience, which is what we all have when we hop in a browser and go to a website or go online. And I think it holds true for this space too. You're seeing the negative effects of when you try to make those trade-offs and cram a bunch of different features and functionality into a layer one, and you end up with a bunch of negative externalities, whether it's scaling, data availability, latency. There's a number of others that we're seeing folks, certainly in the Ethereum camp, try and solve. And to solve it, they're going to a whole other consensus mechanism, which is proof of stake. And that's, of course, a whole other conversation and very contentious about if that really does what it needs to, because it's important to remember that all the fancy DeFi stuff is great, the Web3, metaverse, play to earn. But long term, to me, that's all meaningless to a large degree if the underlying technology doesn't at least provide hard guarantees around permissionless participation, censorship resistant participation, censorship resistant consensus and agreement. At the end of the day, these are all different ways of saying Byzantine fault tolerant consensus, which is the 0 to 1 innovation that Bitcoin brought into the world.